Hello viewers for CGTN live streaming. Hope everyone is well. I'm still in St. Petersburg and we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and CGTN app. And we have something amazing for you planned for today. And just to remind you that we're here for the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum and we've done lives at the event at the venue, and we also done lives about the city in St. Petersburg. And how can you be in St. Petersburg and not see the ballet? So this is why I'm dressed like this today. So I've really given it all in. So I'm going to show you the ballet of Swan Lake, and this is what you're going to be seeing today. I'm only joking. So I have some really special guests from the amazing theatres here in St. Petersburg. So the top ballet theatres here in Russia, and from Mikhailovsky and also Mariinsky theatre, and they're the rising stars in the ballet industry. So without further ado, let me take you guys to our guests of honours today, and also remember to put all your comments and hey guys, sorry, just had some technical difficulties with the internet here because we're here in the beautiful garden of the New Holland Island because we really want to give you guys a setting of St. Petersburg. So without further ado, let me introduce you our guest of honors today, and also remember to put in your comments and questions on our Weibo and on our Facebook and YouTube, and I'll try to get these guys to answer your questions ASAP. Alright, so let's go. Hey guys.
Hello.
How are you? Sorry about that, I think you guys have been here for a while. So could you please introduce yourselves? So we'll start with the lady.
Sure, yeah. My name is Khoreva. I'm a dancer with the Mariinsky Ballet here in St. Petersburg. It's very nice to meet you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Julian MacKay. I'm a first soloist with Mikhailovsky Theater here in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Hi, my name is Julian MacKay. I'm a dancer and dance photographer here in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Hi guys, my name is Vsevolod Maievskyi. I'm dancing also like Maria in Mariinsky theater. Nice to meet you.
Здравствуйте, извините, я буду говорить по-русски. Мы из Санкт-Петербурга говорим. Я преподаватель Академии русского балета имени Вагановой и репетитор Михайловского театра.
Quick translation, this is MiKhail Sivakov. He is a teacher at the Vaganova Ballet Academy in St. Petersburg, Russia, and the coach of Mikhailovsky theater dancers such as Julian MacKay.
Great. Thank you guys, thank you for being here. So I think we'll just go straight into, we had a really lovely interview yesterday with you guys. And thank you again for coming. And so the viewers should be here, should be ready on our website to see what we interviewed yesterday. But today, I think we have something like, because the surrounding is so amazing and so pretty. So first question I want to ask is, how many of you have been to China? Maybe put your hands up. Oh, there's two. Are you guys going to be in China soon?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, and I mean, what did you enjoy? Because you guys performed here in St. Petersburg. I mean, what's the difference when you're on the stage in China and on the stage here in St. Petersburg?
Of course, it's different atmosphere and it's a different feeling. And I can say that what I enjoyed the most about China is probably the architecture and how the buildings are so massive and also so beautiful, and the environment is so different but so interesting, and I loved exploring, and I hope to explore even more in the future.
Great.
Yeah.
And how about you, Julian?
I would definitely say for me that the great thing about China for me is that there's theaters everywhere, and all the theaters are super brand new and super nice, and I even some of the most amazing dressing rooms. It's kind of a funny thing to mention, but it makes a big difference to an artist when you come in and you're like, have this huge dressing room all to yourself, and there's people prepared to like iron all your costumes and stuff, and there's like food and water, and everybody's there to really make you comfortable and welcome. Performing in China is really a great experience.
I would say that it's the crazy ballet fans that make it quite a unique experience. They're so enthusiastic and so just into the art form, and they love it so much, and they just really want to be a part of, you know, the journey of a dancer and find out more about the person and kind of really support their favorite dancer.
Yeah, Nicholas has done some interesting kind of videos and vlogs and stuff that I have up on my YouTube of us.
No. Whenever was before.
Yeah.
I've been telling him about hot pot, so yeah.
The spicy ones? Or
The spicy one.
Spicy.
Yeah,
Oh.
spicy one.
Yeah, walk.
Yeah. So next time you guys are there, maybe we can try it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we'll take you guys. So I think our viewers in China, if you guys are up for it, maybe we can all go.
What's
out
the
for
best hot pot place?
Yeah. What's the best hot pot places in
best
China?
hot
So I
pot
think
places.
our Weibo viewers can probably answer that, and then maybe we'll pick somewhere. And the next time when you guys are in China, we'll do another live. We're
Awesome.
eating hot pots.
Yeah.
Oh,
How's
yes.
that?
That's good.
Fabulous.
Awesome. And we were talking about, I mean, you guys been traveling around the world, and we were talking about the art, the ballet, and how it's really borderless, because we're talking about the universal language, and we're talking about how you can literally be anywhere in the world and doing what you guys do the best, and everyone around the world can understand.
Yeah.
Well, understand a little, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So then, but for a lot of our viewers, especially in China, where ballet is still it's growing, it's so big, we're getting so many audiences coming in to see you guys when you guys come and perform in China. But sometimes it's still a bit of a mystery of what you guys actually do on stage, especially now when you mix the storylines with the dance itself. So we're talking about sort of the pantomime. So I think today we want to kind of demystify and give you guys an entrance into beginners 101 into ballet. So today I think maybe we can show a little of what you guys do on stage.
Yeah.
And before we start, maybe you two can give a little something that you do, and then our audiences and viewers can guess what it means, and we'll reveal the answer at the end. So you can put all your comments in the comment boxes and all your answers and see who gets it right. Okay, should we start with you, Masha?
So, Misha, he's my coach at the theater, and he's kind of definitely the person that I always learned from. Михаил Юрьевич, может вы нам подскажете какой-то знаменитый историю какую-то рассказывать, и в конце программы они расскажут нам,
занимаемся тем, что мы пытаемся выразить музыку, да, своим телом, чтобы это были не просто какие-то танцы, но и очень хотим рассказывать истории.
He says that what we try to do here in ballet is we try to show music through our body, and not just music, but try to tell a story with those movements.
И для того, чтобы соединить какие-то танцевальные сцены и чтобы зрителю было больше понятно, мы используем какие-то простые жесты. Нам нужно, потому что балет, хоть и синтетическое искусство, мы не пользуемся словами.
He says that in dance we use movements and specific steps to create a performance, but we also have to use some gestures and pantomime to explain the story because we don't have the ability to speak.
Например, чтобы было понятно, о чем, в принципе, я говорю, можно какие-то продемонстрировать самые простые жесты. Например, когда мы говорим «я», мы показываем на себя просто.
He said some of the very simple ones are like, for instance, if you want to say I or me, you show the hand on the chest.
Соответственно, когда идет разговор, мы имеем какого-то собеседника напротив, и мы говорим, что, например, тебя, да, показываем на тебя. Да? И так как
Or for
у нас...
instance, if you're speaking with someone on stage, you say you away from yourself.
И одна из самых таких простых, самых распространенных, все-таки мы рассказываем очень много историй о любви, да, об отношениях двух людей и о всем том, что это окружает, какие-то, может быть, интриги, как они к этому долго или тяжело шли. Поэтому самая одна из таких простых, коротких мизансцен «Я тебя люблю». То есть мы прикладываем руки к
He says one of the
сердцу.
most useful ones is, since most ballet stories are about love and love stories, one of the most useful and kind of most used ones is I love.
Как я тебя люблю? Я
love тебя люблю. I love you.
So I think everyone needs to learn that one.
Yeah,
so
I
I
Gotta
think-
learn that one.
So what is it? It's I.
А мы можем показать, вот, например, Джулиан может сказать, например, Марии, да, как в балете, это, например,
да,
как в
давай.
балете, например, Жизели,
Alright,
да?
there you go.
Можем
Performance
показать.
time, performance time. Okay, так как правильно?
Ну, да, вот мы говорим «я», да, в основном, ну, как,
Me, say.
то есть, скорее всего, даже обращается не просто показываем на тело, да, а как-то что-то идет отсюда, из души, «я».
He says
Да,
it comes
«я».
almost from your soul, so you have to
Yeah.
show into your heart. I,
Да, тебя показываем тоже, да, вот конкретно
and
«я»,
then you,
да, и, естественно, говорим «люблю», прикладываем,
then
да,
love.
к сердцу.
to the heart.
So yeah, this is one I like the most. So I love
And then I react. Yeah.
like a typical ballerina.
На самом деле, для того, чтобы это подкрепить, что это действительно, что это правда, и что это на
And to
самом
make it
деле,
stronger and to make people
выразить,
believe
что
that
это
it's
очень
true.
сильно, да, очень много в балетах мы клянемся.
We
To,
even
to solidify it in ballet, there's a lot of the time
Yeah,
where
okay.
you like you swear that you love them, and that's always added on usually afterwards.
yeah.
Ну, такая небольшая маленькая мизансцена, которая лежит в основе очень многих балетов.
This
Да?
is like a small then kind of stage that you guys just
В том
saw.
числе, например,
which is the
нарушение
basis of
этого
most of the
обещания,
ballets.
да, нарушение своих слов. Поэтому это
Because
очень...
most of these stories in ballet are based on the breaking of that vow, or you swearing to do that, or like you're really true to that person. Yeah.
That was great. So I hope all of you guys learn how to do that, and maybe you can show that to your loved ones. I think we're going to have a lot of people probably walking down the street.
When you
doing
can't
like-
speak, it's like I.
Exactly. And you guys have to really mean it. You have to really mean it. And I've actually got a question here from Facebook. And
Yeah.
Our viewer Lai Shuing, I hope I'm getting your name right, asks, can you tell us a bit more about the history of the Russian ballet?
History of the Russian ballet.
Yeah.
Well,
История русского балета.
История русского балета.
Ну,
It's very long.
It's a long one.
It's a long story.
There's a lot of history.
Ну, балет это не наше изобретение, да, он пришел к нам из Франции, из Италии.
Ballet isn't a Russian invention necessarily. It came to us from France.
Но именно в России он приобрел такое значение и такую популярность.
But in Russia, it kind of got new acknowledgement and popularity.
Ну, можно даже сказать не то, что приобрел, а какое-то было возрождение интереса.
Kind of a teachers and people and dancers
Преподавали
came
в
from
Академии
Italy to
русского
here.
балета, преподавали на сцене Мариинского театра, ставили спектакли.
They would do shows here at the Mariinsky Theater and teach in the Vaganova Ballet Academy.
И, например, один из самых известных хореографов именно классических балетов, Mariinsky, приехал из Франции, остался здесь, в России, стал практически таким русским французом.
And one of the most famous choreographers ever, Mariinsky, came here from France and stayed here and almost became a Russian Frenchman here.
И, в принципе, основу сейчас любого репертуара классического, любой крупной балетной труппы составляют именно эти балеты, да, это
And most ballets now
«Спящая
are
красавица»,
done by
«Лебединое
Mariinsky.
озеро», в каких-то разных дополнениях других хореографов, Поэтерка, Раймонда, ну, в принципе, все практически.
Bayader, Raimonda, a lot of the repertoire in classic ballet theaters is by him.
Вещи. Кроме того, вот методика преподавания Академии танцев, именно Вагановская академия, да, это Ваганова совместила именно две школы, французскую и итальянскую, как считается, да, разработав свою уникальную систему.
And actually the Vaganova method is connecting two different methods, the Italian and French method of teaching into one.
И создав в том числе вот те позиции рук, которые сейчас, ну, известны на весь мир и которые вот на весь успешно представляют.
And she created the positions and gestures that we were just showing.
Именно вот ну, какие-то преобразованные лебединые руки, да, в том числе. И именно российские балерины славятся именно руками, не только техникой, да, потому что техника есть много где, но именно до сих пор очень ценится именно верх, да,
красивый
верх, балерин из России.
That's what a Russian ballerina is the beautiful arms.
So it's like the whole performance.
Yeah, and a lot of the times those elements are elements of emotion, and like Misha was saying, the arm is the technical elements. Everybody, there's a lot of different styles, and a lot of people do different things, and that's the correct way for them. But in the Russian style, one of the most important things is the character and the emotion that's put on top of all those different steps.
One of the favorite sayings from a lot of Russian teachers, and I've heard this from basically everyone who's ever taught me, is that ballet without emotion is just gymnastics.
And I mean, for Maria, what's your favorite move or your favorite posture in ballet?
Well, a lot of different moves and postures, but really what's very special about dancing ballet is telling a story. And it's not, it creates this sort of different, you know, pleasure and feeling of dancing on stage and telling people a story, because when you dance already, when you do stuff on stage, it's already a magical experience when you get to perform and show what you can with your body. But also when you can tell a story, when you can interact with your partner, when you can be in love or be betrayed and experience these feelings much more on stage because they're exaggerated, and to tell people how you feel for your character, how you accept this story, how it's absolutely incredible. And also, of course, my teachers always told me that if you have to be 100% true all the time that you're on stage. You cannot do. What's difficult about it is that when you perform and when you do these ballet moves, they sometimes can feel unnatural and can feel a bit over something. You gotta find how you can yourself and how you can be true with the story and tie it all together, tie the choreography by Mariinsky, for example, with your feelings, and that's the most fabulous process.
So I think Julian was mentioning that with ballet there's a lot of different forms and styles, especially the Russian. I think the Russian techniques are doing the hardest. I was just wondering if we can show that to our audiences, to our viewers, like simple poses or simple things that you could do, maybe to let our audiences know kind of what the differences are. Even though some I think are very minute, but I think it'll be very interesting.
Maybe show some of the differences in the arabesques and the arms.
Yeah, I would say definitely the arms. Мы, может, покажем.
You guys want to show it?
Позиции, что как отличается русская школа от CGTN. Русские позиции, там типа первый арабеск, почему он так называется, второй.
Первый, второй.
The stage is yours.
Поехали, позиции рук.
На маш покажете?
Ну, основные позиции, да, мы тогда, наверное, лучше вам сделаем, да,
So, like, the
покажем
basic
какие-то
positions.
основные. Да, первая позиция
First
в руках.
position.
Вообще, нет, давайте подготовительная позиция, да, то есть мы
Preparation
подготавливаем
position before
танцевать,
first position.
которая, в принципе, потом в танце, скорее всего, не встречается, да, в руках. Это вот такая
this-
позиция, да,
first
круглая. Вернее, овал, да, она должна быть не вот круглая, а именно овальная, да. Также мы, ну, в основном то, что имеется в виду позиции рук, и, например, арабески, это, скорее всего, просто порядковые, грубо говоря, там номер первая позиция, вторая, третья, да.
He says that we have so the first position, and before first position we have ready position, which is low down, and then we get to first, second, and third.
Соответственно, позиции есть и в руках, и в ногах, да. Вот мы сейчас покажем
There's
первую.
positions in your arms and also in your legs.
Вот первая позиция,
This is
которая
first
тоже редко встречается в танце, да, мы танцуем по третьей, может быть, по пятой позиции.
Said this is
да.
one of the rare positions in actual dance.
И
You usually
подготовительная в
dance in
руках.
second or third or fifth, and this is the ready position in arms.
So this is like the position as well that when you're really little and
Дальше
you
мы
first start
переходим-
learning ballet, this is one of the first things that you learn.
Поднимаем руки чуть выше, и у нас уже получается первая позиция.
A
When you
little
open
higher,
your
that's
arms a
already
little
first.
higher, it's already first position.
Дальше мы открываем руки в сторону.
Then you open to second
Получается
position.
вторая позиция. Да? В том числе многие даже какие-то жесты можно делать через первую позицию, открывать руки на вторую.
A lot of
немножко
gestures,
a lot of gestures
видоизменять,
come-
да? Третья позиция, мы руки поднимаем совсем высоко.
Third position is already all the way at the top.
Да? А сейчас, например, если мы возьмем и с Машей вместе сделаем все позиции сразу, у нас получится пор де бра.
And
And
now
now if we do
переводится-
all of the positions one through each other, that will be called the port de bras.
И уже получается такой маленький танец.
And
Да,
it's
мы
like a
проходим
little
через
small
все
dance.
позиции, да, делаем какой-то препарацион, маленький вздох, да,
Preparation.
и проходим
Preparation.
через первую
First.
позицию, да, потом третью,
Third.
и раскрываем руки
And
на вторую. Да. Обязательно следим за руками, и получается уже такой маленький танец, да. На самом деле очень много встречается различных видов пор де бра, да, в том числе в балетах, в адаже в основном. Как раз то, что мы говорили о любви, вот это именно встреча двух людей, оно передается чаще всего через адажу, через дуэты.
And if you do it correctly, it kind of turns into like this small, short little dance, which is then used in many different ballets and in adagio, which is kind of a short segment to tell kind of like a love story, for instance, in a ballet. It's very useful.
Ну и покажем, что это уже не только руки, еще вместе с ногами, да, у нас есть арабески, это основные движения танца, одни из самых часто встречающихся, да.
We're going to show something that's also with our legs, not just our arms, and it's called the arabesque, which is one of the kind of fundamental ballet poses.
Они встречаются, естественно, в ежедневном классе, который артисты делают, да.
We do this every day in ballet
Они
class,
встречаются в прыжках,
Also
на
in
сцене, они
jumps,
встречаются в адажу,
in
везде,
adagio,
да?
everywhere.
Ну вот мы покажем, да, покажем первый арабеск, да, мы
First
сделаем
arabesque.
первый арабеск, да. Мы можем поднять ногу, да, это будет первый арабеск, да. Можем сделать второй арабеск, это немножко идет, он такой более окрашенный, да, он может быть с другой головой сделан, да, второй арабеск, да, и третий, да,
And third
поднимаем
arabesque.
ногу, он получается такой более закрытый. Да.
It turns
one's
into
a little
more
more
like a
closed.
closed arabesque.
Четвертый еще арабеск,
And
очень
also
красивый
fourth arabesque is also really
да,
beautiful.
это со спины мы
This is when you're like
показываем,
showing the back more.
да, красивую спину и длинные руки, да,
And you have like a beautiful back and very long arms.
ну так, если совсем коротко.
That's like a little short kind of extra.
have port de bras. One,
Хочешь сделать, Сева хочет сделать,
And Seva here has very long arms, so he's going to show you the port de bras.
The arms are the most important, right?
Yeah.
It's first port de bras. 1, 2, 3. It's the second port de bras. 1, 2. It's the third. Yeah, it's the third port de bras. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's the fourth. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Now I know why the arms are so important.
Yeah, see, Seva here is making it look very easy.
And also we have 5.
Good port de bras.
Okay, I would like to see all our audience just try that. I don't know how many of you are trying those
Try it
moves
home,
at
try it
home. Yeah,
home.
try it at home.
Let us know how it goes.
Send your videos or send
Yeah.
your photos onto our CGTN.com and our apps. And I think yesterday we were...
Port de bras. Oh yeah, it's with
There's only
legs.
6 port
How,
de
how,
bras.
how many are there?
There's a
How
lot.
many?
6. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's 6.
And 1. Whoop.
Oh wow.
Bravo.
It's so flowing. It's so, they make it look so easy. So I think it's going to end up falling on myself. And also we were talking about yesterday how in ballet there's a lot of sort of mimicking. Like you mimic the art, you mimic all the animals. For example, in Swan Lake.
Yeah, for
like
instance,
how
I actually
important is
have-
it? Yeah,
I'm gonna show you here. I brought with some ballet shoes.
yeah.
So these are from all of the different roles.
So, like,
So
there's
these
a lot
are
of different
beyond
roles, but like
stage.
this one is like from Bluebird, for instance. And in Bluebird, we worked a lot with Misha together and stuff on the arms, on how like you really have to get the feeling of as if you're a bird. And so the most difficult thing is that in Bluebird, there's like really serious jumps that you have to do that are quite difficult, and the arms have to be like super smooth and as if they're not a part of the legs when you're jumping and doing these difficult steps and really dying on stage towards the end because you're super tired. It has to look effortless.
Ну вот Джулиан нам рассказал про одну из самых известных птиц для мужского танца, да, но в женском танце, естественно, одна из самых известных птиц это лебедь, естественно, да.
Julian just spoke about how one of the most famous kind of male roles as a bird is bluebird, but also one of the most famous birds that we have is Swan Lake.
For the women.
And I think for Swan Lake, I think my favorite one was when you say you're the queen of the swans. And I think that's something that the girls all have to learn when you have the crown on your head.
Yeah, it's the most special role in ballet, I would say.
Yeah.
One of the top legendary roles that every girl dreams of.
Yeah. And I mean, for someone that hasn't been to the ballets or they haven't seen the ballets, like what's the best ballet or what's the entry level role that you can kind of go and watch?
I would say Nutcracker is a ballet that everybody always sees, and that's like how you start out. Usually when you're little and stuff, you're
Kind of an
taking
essential one.
Nutcracker.
Yeah.
And it's a very easy story for someone to understand, and has a lot of cool magical elements and stuff. And yeah, it's one of those things that usually the story starts out where the prince and the princess, it's just like a girl and her brother, or he's a doll and he changes. It's different a little bit in every story. But yeah, I actually saw Masha's premiere at Mariinsky. I was sitting there with her mom and dad and stuff, cheering her on.
So what are your favorite shows then?
Mine's
show?
probably Spartacus.
Spartacus.
It's
Oh,
like
that's a
the
good one.
most Russian ballet ever. But I saw it when I was 6 or 7 years old, and it's what made me want to do ballet seriously.
I have many. I have Swan Lake for me, Don Quixote and Ballet. La Ballet.
Some Spanish ballets.
Yeah. So expressive.
For me, I don't know. I really like La Bayadere and yoga starting now. Sorry, guys.
A lot of humming going on.
We're going from ballet into yoga now. I'd say definitely, yeah, probably Bayadere. That's what I like.
What's your favorite?
Для меня любимым балетом, скорее всего, является Жизель.
Giselle.
Giselle, probably.
Giselle's a really good one too. Giselle's really
Да, потому что просто вроде как и один и тот же человек, да, Альберт, но проходит какую-то целую историю. Очень
These
много
are some ballet shoes from
актерского
Giselle.
мастерства.
They're not sewn yet, but yeah,
What-
this is like the
Нет,
purple
ты
color
покрасил.
painted.
We
Misha's like, you
actually-
finally painted them.
Did you paint them yourself?
No.
No, we actually managed to, when we got to St. Petersburg, we actually managed to catch Julian's show on Giselle, and he's amazing. So if you guys have the chance, you guys have to go and see it. And I think that's the second act, right, where you wear the
Yeah.
purple shoes.
And the first act is this like kind of peasant costume. He's like trying to trick the girl into thinking that he's
Scandalous.
just a peasant, scandalous. And then she dies of a heart attack because she wasn't supposed to be dancing. And in the second act, he already realizes that and is like super sad and
Super
sorrow.
sad.
Super sad. I'm just like basic
super sad.
basic emotions. Yeah, so it's a really great ballet.
Great. And I mean, what's your favorite?
Yeah, for me, I would say not a very common ballet, but I really enjoyed performing it. And it's a masterpiece by George Balanchine. It's called Jewels, and the part that I'm performing is Diamonds. It's the most incredible choreography, but of course things like Bayadere and Corsair and also probably Don Quixote and Bakida are my favorite ballets. But yeah, these are all very nice, and I just love ballet on the whole.
I think one of the coolest things for ballet dancers is to definitely try yourself out in new roles.
Yeah,
Because like when you have like a new challenge and stuff, it's like, I don't know, it's really exciting because you get to change into that character and stuff and add in new steps and try new things.
So what's your favorite role?
Ну, на самом деле для артистов балета, тем более для молодых, да, вот для
You think
ребят,
like young artists in
естественно,
the ballet.
они хотят станцевать то, что они
course.
сейчас, вот, над чем они работают,
wanna
они
dance what
готовят.
they're
Эта роль
working
для
on
них
now.
становится любимой на
That
данный
becomes
момент,
their like favorite ballet that they're
безусловно.
working, the one that they're working on now becomes their favorite ballet.
Do you find it sometimes hard to get out of character when you come off stage?
I'd say actually, yeah, like at the end of some of these ballets that are like really sad, you really actually feel that emotion. It's really difficult. Especially like we did this and the end of Giselle, for instance. You're like on the ground like crying. And
It's pretty crazy because I'm usually photoing him in the wings and I see him like on stage and he's like crying and I'm just like filming him and I'm like, should I be like calming him down or?
I wear contact lenses and stuff, and so at the end of the ballet when I'm like crying or there's like super hardcore emotion, I'm always like super freaked out that like my lens is gonna fall or something.
So then when curtain calls, it's just like trying to find your contacts on the floor. No, it's so pretty. I know because you put so much into the arts, especially in that dance, because on the stage it's literally zero mistakes because everything is live. You're all there and watching.
And you give it your all. That's why you have to have like a coach and stuff and somebody that works with you on a daily basis because those emotions can be really, really powerful, especially if they're shown with the technique correctly. You create your own story of how you can show the role. It's super special.
No, thank you so much for sharing all this with us. It's super exciting, and I think for our viewers, if you haven't been to the theatre to watch a ballet, definitely need to find the nearest theatre. But I mean, which ones? If you're here, obviously you have to go. If you're in St. Petersburg, you have to go to the Mikhailovsky and also the Mariinsky. And if you're in China, there's a lot around as well. And I mean,
we're
you guys
coming
tour,
to China soon.
Because you guys tour a lot, right? When's the next
Julian
time?
MacKay tour coming soon.
Yeah, I want to put together a project where I can bring all my friends and stuff and dance with Masha in China.
So hopefully we can see you guys very soon on stages.
Yeah.
Like in China.
Yeah.
And then so I think for the closing, how do you see people off on the stage? Like kind of cool maybe.
Поклончик может быть, кажется.
Yeah, a bow.
Можем поклон, да?
It's like a simple bow.
Okay.
So Masha can show like the right way to curve.
Давай мы поставим Машу в центр, а мы сделаем.
I don't know, like a ballerina bow is always different and it's a bit complicated, so you can bow just simple bow to see all the audience and then
Very
you
good.
go.
It's like it's a simple bow and it goes.
Or you can use like your hands to show to all the people that you're appreciating their support. So yeah, it's like this.
And then how would the guys bow?
Да, мы сможем сделать, давайте мы все вместе прощаемся, да, мы возьмем и сделаем поклон. Ну, у нас немножко попроще, да, мы делаем просто, да, тоже обводим также глазами, наверное, видите, сказала аудиторию, да, и аккуратно, очень интеллигентно наклоняемся.
Great. Well, thank you so much, guys, for doing this live for us because
Thank
I
you
know
for
you
having
guys have to rehearse as well.
We're off to ballet class now.
Yeah, they're
so
off
this
to ballet
is just
class
the beginning
now.
of the day.
So you guys are really lucky to catch them
Got a
here.
little warm up.
And I mean, we have viewers from South Africa around the world who've been with us today.
Wow.
Thank you to all our viewers who either is watching us live really early in the morning or really late in the night. And hopefully we'll bring you more at CGTN.com and on all our platforms and social media. So maybe we'll bow out to the audience.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So hug
Bye,
you
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.